Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Drive. This time, we're going right to the core of Apple's latest news, the new MacBook Pro, and, well, they're pretty ambitious AI plans. Got a couple really good sources to work with, one straight from Apple themselves and one from CNBC to help us sort of see the full picture. Ready to see how Apple's mixing their hardware with some serious AI power? Because what we're going to unpack goes way beyond just like, a spec bump.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how they're weaving AI into like everything they're doing, especially when you look back at their history, you know? They've always been about creating powerful tools that anyone can use easily.
Absolutely. And this new MacBook Pro seems to be the peak of that philosophy, right?
Yeah.
They've crammed a ton of power under the hood with the new M4 chips.
Yeah.
The M4, the M4 Pro, and then there's the M4 Max at the top. But it's not just about pure speed with these chips, right? They're really designed with AI from the ground up.
Right. Apple says these chips are like 1.8 times faster than the M1s, which is already crazy. But what's really cool is the neural engine that's built in. It's specifically for AI stuff, and it's up to 3 times faster. So you can run really complex AI models right on your laptop without needing the cloud or anything.
Okay, so we got faster chips,
Yeah.
special AI hardware. But what does this actually mean for, normal people? Like, will I actually see a difference when I'm just like checking email or browsing?
That's where Apple Intelligence comes in. It's basically all of their AI tools built right into the operating system. Think like AI helping you write stuff, or a Siri that's way smarter and can answer basically anything. And then there's even the ability to make your own emojis.
Hold on your own emojis.
Yeah, Apple calls them Genmoji. It's pretty neat.
So, like, instead of being stuck with the same old emojis,
Yeah.
I can just make my own.
Exactly. And this is where that powerful M4 chip comes in.
Uh-huh.
Those AI models that make the custom emojis need a ton of processing power and memory. But with the M4, it can handle all of that, and you can make those emojis right there on your device, like instantly without any lag.
That's seriously impressive. So we've got the faster chips, dedicated AI hardware, and this whole set of AI tools. What about memory? How much RAM do these new MacBook Pros have?
They made a pretty big change here. Now, every MacBook Pro, even the most basic one, comes with at least 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Wow, that's twice as much as before. Why such a big jump?
Well, like I was saying, those AI models need a lot of RAM to run smoothly. And by doubling the RAM, Apple's basically making sure that even the cheapest MacBook Pro can handle all these new AI features. It also means more stuff can be done right on the device, which is
Yeah.
great for privacy.
That makes sense. So we've covered the chips, the AI hardware, the software, and the RAM. What else is new with these MacBook Pros?
Well, the CNBC article brings up that Apple already did a big redesign back in 2021. They brought back those ports that everyone liked, like HDMI and SD card readers. They ditched the Intel chips and went all in on their own M-series processors.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. It was a big deal.
Totally. And this new release is basically building on that. They're keeping the hardware refined, boosting the performance, and integrating AI deeper into the whole Mac experience.
It definitely sounds like Apple's betting big on AI with his MacBook Pro. But, some people might be thinking, so what? How does any of this actually affect me? Is it just a bunch of tech jargon?
Yeah, that's a fair question. And to get why it's important, we need to look at the bigger picture. AI is becoming a part of everything. It's already powering a lot of the apps and services we use every day. And these new Macs with their powerful chips and all these built-in AI tools are like your ticket into this AI-powered future.
Interesting. So it's not just about the specific features themselves. It's about being ready for a world where AI is everywhere.
Exactly. It's about having the tools and the platform to actually use and benefit from everything AI can offer. Think about how AI can really amp up creativity. Apple's got this new thing called Image Playground. It's an AI tool that lets you just make your own images.
Wait, so I could make like artwork without needing to be a designer or anything?
Exactly. It's kind of like having your own digital art studio where you can experiment with different visuals and then AI brings it all to life.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But what about like more everyday stuff? How will AI change the way I work?
Apple's really focusing on AI that makes you work smarter, not harder. You know those writing tools we were talking about? Well, they can actually rewrite text for you. You proofread your work and even summarize long documents, all with just a click.
So it's like having a super efficient assistant that helps me write better and faster.
You got it. And Siri's getting a huge upgrade, too. You can ask Siri literally thousands of questions about your Mac, other Apple products, and it can even get info from the web.
That's way better than the old Siri. It sounds so much more powerful.
Oh, it definitely is. And it's not just adding features. Apple's really putting a big emphasis on privacy. All of this AI processing happens right on your device, so none of your data is sent to the cloud.
That's a big deal these days. It's good to know that my information stays private.
Mm.
What about ChatGPT, though? Everyone's talking about it. Is Apple doing anything with that?
They are. Starting in December, ChatGPT is going to be built into Siri and those writing tools. You'll be able to use it for free without even needing an account.
So I could have ChatGPT help me write an email or make some creative content or even code all within my Mac.
Yep. And Apple's going even further to protect your privacy. When you use ChatGPT on a Mac, your IP address is hidden, and OpenAI won't save any of your requests.
It seems like Apple's trying to find that sweet spot between giving users access to all this powerful AI, but still keeping their privacy safe.
Exactly. They want to empower users without compromising their data.
So we talked a lot about the software and AI features,
Right.
but we can't forget about the hardware, right? And those M4 chips are supposed to be super powerful. What kind of performance gains are we looking at?
Oh, the improvements are huge. For things like video editing, 3D animation, and data science, the new MacBook Pro with the M4 Max can be up to 3.5 times faster than the old M1 Max.
Wow, that's insane. What about connectivity? Any upgrades there?
The new MacBook Pros have Thunderbolt 5 ports, which are twice as fast as the old ones, so you can transfer huge files really quickly and connect to all sorts of high bandwidth devices without any slowdowns.
Sounds like Apple really thought of everything with this new MacBook Pro. They pushed the limits on performance, AI, and privacy.
Yeah, they really did. It's a really interesting look into the future of computing where AI just seamlessly makes our lives better.
I agree. And while all this new technology is super cool, it's important to think about the bigger picture, too. What are the implications of this AI-powered future? How will it change how we work, learn, and be creative?
Those are the big questions. And while we don't have all the answers yet, it's clear that AI is going to play a bigger and bigger role in our lives. Apple's approach with all the focus on user privacy and control is a really good example of how this technology can be used responsibly and ethically.
That's good to hear. So to wrap up our look at Apple's new MacBook Pro and their big AI plans, what are the key takeaways for our listeners? What should they be thinking about?
I think the biggest takeaway is that Apple's not just selling a laptop, they're selling a vision of the future. A future where AI is personal and powerful and hopefully used for good.
Yeah, it really makes you think about how AI is going to change everything, especially for tech companies.
Yeah.
It seems like Apple's being careful about it,
Yeah.
integrating AI, but making sure privacy is a priority. But I think it's up to us, too, the people using this stuff, to think about how we want to use it.
Oh, absolutely. Apple's providing the platform, but we're the ones who decide how to use it. We need to ask ourselves, like, what are the good things and the bad things about AI? How can we make sure it's used ethically?
Right. It's easy to get caught up in all the cool new tech and forget about the bigger picture.
Right.
But AI is becoming a bigger part of our lives, so we need to be having these conversations.
For sure. And one place where this is really important is with creativity. With Apple's new tools like Image Playground and those AI writing assistants, it brings up some interesting questions about, like, what does it mean to be creative and who's really the author?
Yeah, like if AI can help us make art and write stories, what does that mean for human creativity? Is it working together or is it a competition?
Those are tough questions, and I don't think there are any easy answers. But I think it's important to remember that AI is just a tool. It's a powerful tool, but it's up to us to decide how we use it.
I like that AI is a tool to help us do more, not replace us. It's up to us to use it the right way.
Exactly. And I think how Apple's doing it with all the focus on privacy and letting the user control things is a good step. They're giving people the power of AI, but without taking their data or their control away.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
It makes me think that we can handle this future with AI in a way that's good for everyone.
Me too. But we gotta stay informed, engaged, and think carefully about the choices we make.
Well said. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Apple's new MacBook Pro and their AI plans, I think the biggest thing for our listeners to remember is this. AI is here. It's going to change our world in ways we can't even imagine yet.
And the new MacBook Pro, with its crazy powerful M4 chips, dedicated AI hardware, and all those AI tools, is a preview of that future. A future where AI is just a normal part of our lives, helping us work smarter, create more, and do things we never even thought of before.
But it's also a future where we got to be aware of what it means ethically and make sure AI is used responsibly for the good of everyone.
Couldn't agree more. The future of AI is in our hands. Let's make sure we do the right thing with it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Apple's AI innovations. We've got links to all the sources in the show notes if you want to learn more. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep diving deep.